Hello and welcome to New World. So I bought this game about 3 weeks ago and then I played it quite intensively for maybe 3 days, and that was it basically. I was kind of maybe a little bored with it after that. But then I thought, well, let's boot it up again and let's try it out a bit. Maybe, well, try it out a bit, just play some more of it really. And let's maybe give some impressions while I play. I don't really have anything specific plans for this play session. I'm just exploring a bit. I think there's a quest nearby. We might pick that up, see where that leads us. And yeah, that will be the plan. Here we are. So when we look at the map, there is a quest, an uncharted landmark and visions of invaders, which is a available quest if I remember correctly. That's what the map should be about. We are not here to fish, sir. Scout. Level 19. We're a bit low. Let's see if we manage. Ouch. Common health potion. Okay. Oh, we got a mastery. Let's see what we can get. Slowing enemies. Let's hold off on this until we're in a safer place than this right now. Well, he was lucky. Not so lucky that time. It's nice to have some variation in enemies. I was running through a place to get here which only had the same types of enemies all the way through, which was kind of a pretty dull. Alright. Oh. I just want the quest. There it is. Let's see. Can we maybe lure you over a bit? alright. Nope. Let's heal up. Okay. Alright. Note. I beseech anyone finding this note to see it delivered to the survivalist witches in the first settlement. I fear my scouting mission has failed and my capture by the enemy is imminent. Albert, your visions prove true. Raiders have arrived with dread purpose. The Varangians seek something, I know not what. The tortured cries of their prisoners and their leader's vicious cackle were horrific. These are monstrous brutes. They spotted me and I fled, fearing my very soul. I believe I am safe now, but I am haunted by the cackle, dear God. By that cackle, dear God. Albert, I believe these nights are. The rest is blotted out with blood. Let's accept that and let's get the hell out. Talk to Albert Riches. Let's see, where is it on a map? 2 quests ready to turn in, alright. So one thing I remember, right, we still have lots of pop-ups and stuff to deal with. I think storage is good to have, so let's get that. Let's see about upgrading our shield. Sword and board. Abilities. Increases threat. Well, we're not running dungeons yet. When you block with a shield, also all cooldowns are reduced by 1%. That's not too bad. Damage from all magical types, that's pretty good too. Fortify, that's not too bad. High grip. Gain 15 stamina when hitting your target with a shield bash or shield rush. Defiant stance. Leaping strike. Reverse stab. So we could get this one. All healing increased by 10%. Let's take the cooldowns for now. I'm not sure. Not really sure. We can respec for free. Right. The thing I wanted to mention actually is that if you don't want your HUD to be clogged up by quests, as you can see, this one is pinned. You can unpin it, and now it's no longer on our HUD, so our HUD is nice and clean, which also helps. Not only don't we have a lot of quest text on the right side, also the compass doesn't show all the waypoints, which is actually pretty handy, because as you can see, you automatically track certain. Well, this is just that location over there. But as you can see, there are rabbits over here. There's herbs over here. What are those actually? Bushes? Berries. Right. So yeah, this way, tracking stuff in your environment, gathering materials is actually easier, because your HUD and your compass aren't clogged up by quests. And even though you've unpinned the quests, you can still see they're still on your map. So you just have to navigate by map then. Because as you can see, I can still see that there are 2 quests to turn in right here. Yeah, there we have another player. So that is something that I will say about this game. It kind of reminds me of Elder Scrolls Online, which has the same problem, which is a bit of a shame. Thing is, other players are more of an annoyance than anything, which is a bit of a shame. Other people just tend to get a bit in the way rather than they're being helpful or nice that they're there. And this is one of the MMOs where that is true, and also Elder Scrolls Online. I found that very true. Maybe even more bothersome there. From what little I've played of it, and I really wasn't too charmed with it. Well, it's not bad, and it's quite commendable how they managed to make it feel almost like Skyrim, and it almost feels like a single player experience. But then again, that's kind of the problem at the same time, because you're kind of going through your missions and you're just like, all these people are in my way, killing my taking my kills. Same goes for this with people taking your crafting materials. Right, here we have hemp, which is good to have. Yeah, if you like collecting stuff, man. And I generally like it. Crafting, gathering stuff. I usually go for I like mining and blacksmithing in most kind of games that fantasy games that have professions and whatnot. This game doesn't really have specific specializations. In crafting, you can just do anything you want all at the same time. So you can also collect anything you want all at the same time, as long as you're trained enough for it. This is quite low level actually. Because I haven't done a lot of lumberjacking because that's pretty dull. But then you might run into a tree that's a tree that is too complicated for you. Yeah, as you can see, this one requires logging skill of 50, which isn't too bad. You can get to 50 pretty quickly, I think. Well, with gathering. Yeah, let's stick to this road. There we go, we leveled up. Upgrades. Yeah, I want to get to 50. Yeah, I was watching Super Bits and Bob play a bit of this game recently. And I was kind of initially I wasn't too impressed by it, or I didn't feel like playing it because well, for one thing, I didn't really feel like giving Amazon any money, but I got over that. And also, when this game originally came out, it seemed like a bit of a mess when it was originally released. Kind of your typical MMO release with very long wait queues and just too many people, not enough stuff, not enough place for them, something like that. Well, we can carry some more. Let's get it out of the way. Oh, we got that to 50. So as you can see now we have a even more stuff to track on our compass. I'm not sure if you can turn stuff on and off to track. What's this? See, that's fine. I don't care. We achieved getting here. Yeah, the game tends to get a bit framey and laggy when there are a lot of people around. Let's make some stuff. We can make linen from all the hemp we collected. Sure. Oh, I only made one now. Yeah. But yeah, from what I learned from watching Superbits and Bob, he was talking about how this game, and I didn't know that actually, that this game was originally meant to be it is still rather PvP focused maybe, but it was meant to be way more PvP focused, kind of your always on, always what would you call it? Just all PvP all the time basically. There is still a lot of that going on, because you can still opt to turn on PvP whenever you want, or there's a on the screen now. If I press U, I will flag myself for PvP, and I think you get an increase in XP gain if you do. But at the same time, you'll what does this do? Alright, I think we need that for cooking. There is housing in the game. I bet these are, yeah. These are player houses. This is the thing that I kind of noticed, which is kind of annoying, that the game really seems to be built for 1080p rather than 1440p, because if I look at this, the font here on enter house menu and purchase house is kind of pixely. I think that's because it's rendered at 1080p rather than 1440. At the same time, the amount, you know, is 7500 beneath it, and the 21st light standing level are all crisp. So it's kind of yeah, kind of little details like that. Kind of a shame. But yeah, when you're out and about, you can kind of tell that I think it was kind of meant to be maybe, or it was already always meant to be kind of faction based, because there are factions. You can join 3 of them, and maybe it was always meant that you're in the overworld. You can, it's faction versus faction, or maybe it was meant to be a free for all, which I think still shines through in the audio design, especially because it's probably really easy to kind of hear where people are due to how the audio works in this game. When someone is gathering, is mining something, for instance, it's really loud, and you can probably hear it quite far off. You can kind of hear it reverb through the area. So yeah, this seems to work in a way that there might be a lot of houses, a lot of people own this house, but only one of them is displaying at the time. So yeah, right now Xenia's house is being rendered here for you to see, and then you can enter one of the One of the top houses here. Let's have a look, why not? Right, we can hide our UI. Also, this game does not have a walk toggle really. You either run or you kind of do a you have a toggle button, but it kind of makes you jog, and then you have a button that you need to hold down that makes you actually walk, which is maybe a bit annoying. Yeah, chest that we cannot use because we're not friends with this person. But yeah, there's decorating in this game. There's one of the professions actually lets you make furniture, kind of woodworking. So yeah, if you're into that, if you're into housing, I haven't gotten to this point yet. I think, well, for one, I don't have enough money yet to buy a house. Also, yeah, I think you're able to buy houses at level 10. So, here we are again. Let's just add that to journal. Think about, well, think about collecting lore in this game. I usually make a point of reading most stuff so I can kind of tell what's going on in the world around me. But yeah, the thing is, in this, a lot of lore is kind of collected along the way, and also a lot of it is strewn about in areas with a lot of enemies around. So you don't really want to halt and stop to read all that stuff. And also, at the same time, so that's kind of a something that stops you from reading it. But also, you collect stuff, collect lore in a certain. Let me see if I can show you. Documents. Here it is. So yeah, this has two chapters or 2 pages to find, and we only have page 2. See, I'm kind of like, why would I probably shouldn't be reading this now. I should probably just wait until I have all of it. So this is actually just one of one. So this is this actually is complete. Oh, oh, this isn't what we just found, did we? No, this is not related to the quest, I think. But yeah, as you can see here, 2 of 18. Well, and then maybe I have the 4th one and like number 11 or 10 or something. It's like, yeah, so don't really see any point to reading it just now, which kind of makes you care less about it, less involved with it. So, well, let's see. What did we need to bring you? Oh, you're the. We need to talk to you about the report we just found. Let's see.
What's this we have here? A note from Scout Desdemona. Oh, dear. Bless her soul. It's as I feared. I dreamed of these Varangians sweeping across the southern lands. A wolfman hunting. What is the plan?
What should we do?
Not much at the present. With the threat of corruption dire as it seems, we must focus on that. But fear not. I will be gifted with another vision about these Varangians soon enough, and then our course will be clear.
We get a new hat.
You've hitched your wagon to a faction, have you? Found your tribe? Suppose that means the settlement is safe now.
Yeah, this is one of those games that is, as soon as the intro is done, they're all about factions. Well, I mean, kind of the mainline quest line is urges you to choose one of the factions. We'll do our best.
Fair enough. I'll let you in on a little secret. And I gave me a plan for the settlement's defense. A foolproof plan. Some people might call it crazy. I think you might be up for it.
Tell me about your plan.
Alright then. You dig a trench around the settlement and fill it with gunpowder. Corrupted cum. Boom! Your part is just procuring the powder from the stores at Dayspring Mills. So,
Sure. Let's get you some gunpowder then. Travel to Dayspring Mills. So where is that? Oh, that's pretty close by. Huh. So that's odd. This area is level 19. And now we have to go to a place that's level 8. Oh well. So yeah, you can also choose to just set autopin to no, which maybe I should do because I kind of unpin them anyway. Reduce the number of harvest bane with it in Dayspring Mills and recover the stored gunpowder. Talk to the survivors' riches in the first light settlement when your task is done. Right. Some more lore here. Notice concerning carters and porters. Again, 1 of 5. After recent spade and back injuries, the doctors of Eternum feel compelled to issue this warning to anyone who transports goods between settlements. Please remember that there are no beasts of burden in Eternum. Yeah, I've read this notice before. Well, a notice before that mentions that there are no horses and donkeys that will pull your cart, carry your pack or tolerate a rider. All efforts to domesticate or re-domesticate these animals have led only to injury and a lot of swearing. Therefore, it's important to transport only as many goods as your own back can bear. Do not overburden your packs or carts. This is not the old world. In Eternum, we must all pull our own weight. Your joints will thank you. So yeah, this is kind of something to probably explain that they I've noticed perusing some of the Steam reviews of this game that quite a fair amount of people are complaining about the fact that this game doesn't have mounts, and and that since the map is rather large, it basically becomes a walking simulator. But reading those notices, it seems like it is kind of by design. It's not that they just didn't bother to include mounts. They seem to have incorporated it into the lore. Iona Fairfax.
You've become a real regular around here, haven't you? But this place is starting to feel like home. Say though, are you more of a townie? Or do you venture out into the great beyond?
Would you like to check in? This allows you to recall and respawn at this settlement from anywhere in the world. This will replace your current recall point. Sure, let's do that for now. We're busy in this area anyway. And this town doesn't seem to be as crowded as the other one. The other one was really bad. Let's see if we can do some more crafting though. Maybe that's why the other one is so terrible, because all the crafting is pretty close together. Although No, I want to... Maybe this one. There we go. Continue to craft. We don't have any wood, do we? Timber. Alright. Binding time. Commander Yoshi has again proposed that we carry the fight to the north, and while the day will come that we must do this, the time is not yet right. I and the rest of my brethren are certain that we will uncover something that will give us an edge over the corruption. The ancients must have had some way of fighting against it. Perhaps they are too few at the end, or that was not enough time. Or there was not enough time. That half-wit Amano tried to say that the ancients fell because they lacked faith, that the covenant is stronger than the ancients were because of it. I could have throttled her right then. We must not be hasty, and I must control my temper. Let's just add that to the journal for now. Here we have a storage shed. So our the storage isn't shared. So that might be the reason to pick one place to kind of drop everything. Yeah, we need to lose some weight. Yeah, I need to bring this. I think we need to deliver this here, or maybe somewhere else. Quest items, no. Hang on to that. Cooking, we can get rid of that. Craft mods, well, we can lose that. We should have a look at our new hat, maybe. If it's better or worse than the one we have. Oh, that's better. Well, it's... Yeah, it's better, but it's not... Oh, we need to be higher level for it. This is also better than what we have, actually, but... we can salvage this, right? Yeah. Yep. Let's salvage this one too. Yeah, that's fine. A little less damage. And we lose some dexterity and strength. That's kind of a shame. Gear score is a bit higher, but I don't really care that much for gear score, I think, at the moment. Is this worse than what we are? No, this one's better. Yeah, let's put that on. Two, 4, 9. 2, 6. Oh, that's a rapier. That's something else, right? Let's salvage this one. Learn. I think I know this one already. Alright. So yeah, those instruments are something that they've added quite recently, but it's kind of a shame that I don't have any stone with me, I think. Yeah, here you can make well, let's make one, I guess. Yeah, I haven't done too much engineering. I've made my own gathering tools. The iron ones. I need more refined wood. Yeah, I have more of that in the other shack. cupboards, tables, all that stuff. Yeah, resources are taken first from your inventory and then from your settlement storage. So that's kind of handy that you can craft from your storage. You don't need to have it on you. Uh, 50 stone blocks to Constable Oaks in the First Light Regiment. Viewing journal. Talk to Sylvia Oaks. Well, let's bring her those blocks. Or was that an NPC? Kim Ji-hoon.
I did not notice it when you first approached, but just now I saw it quite clearly. You have a potent aura, my friend. The course of your destiny will affect that of many others.
Well, that is something you can say to a stranger, I suppose. Yeah, this is also something I kind of noticed, which is there's nothing really wrong with it, maybe, but it's just kind of dull that the cursor is just your regular Windows cursor. They didn't make a custom one for this game. Again, those little details, the same with some of the text, just not scaling when you're on a higher resolution. Well, we can do this, right? It gives us something. A packed basket. Let's see. Tokens and coin. Alright. I have no idea what to do with it, but yeah, this will disappear at the end of the event, but I don't know where the event is. Although, hang on, maybe we don't have enough stone to give off. Let's see if we have. This is the exact same. Well, maybe. No, it might be a little bit different. There's almost the exact same house as in the other area I've been to, kind of the other hub, with also the exact same placement of this NPC.
Oh, well, hello, you. Are you the envoy from Winslow then? And you bring us stone blocks to boot. Well, what a pleasant surprise. Color me grateful, and even flattered, I think.
Perhaps we could discuss an alliance.
Unfortunately, this is not the time. We have matters to straighten out internally here. When we're ready, however, I would like for you to be the one with whom I negotiate. I won't forget this gesture.
Alright.
Why is it that in times of trouble, people are so quick to doubt their leaders? I suppose I will never understand.
So yeah, because our because I don't have a lot of stuff in my shed just now. All my stuff is in the other hub. If so, then kind of these quests, you know, coarse leather and timber and maybe some linen, rugged leather. That's all 50 iron. Do we have it? No. I don't really care, but yeah, it's pretty easy just to handle all that stuff. Yeah, kind of the larger story, overarching story. From what I can remember of what I've been following, is that we kind of came here on a ship on an expedition, and we crashed our ship and kind of re-emerged somewhere here on this island. And this island seems to be cursed or has some kind of magical affliction to it, which makes people and animals that live there immortal. Or maybe not immortal, you just whenever you nothing can really die because everything just respawns. So yeah, it gives kind of a in-lore reason for people and enemies to respawn after a while. Hang on, let's get the other quest as well. And yeah, I don't really remember if there's anything, any pressing stuff that my character should be doing. After that, it's been kind of just politics, really. Just like the quest I just completed. Just go there and deliver some rocks. Try to form a bond, an alliance, maybe. Do some faction work. Also, this inn as the same. Maybe the colors are a bit different, but the interior is exactly the same as the tavern, I should say, in the other hub. And again, the same exact position of the tavern NPC. Well, Gunter, what do you want?
Crazy times. Everyone's bustling about, working together to strengthen the settlement. Gotta admit, I'm feeling a bit snubbed. No one's asked for my help.
I'm sure it's not personal.
But it is. What can a daft barkeep contribute? That's what they're saying. It's not right. I've got feelings too, you know.
There must be a way.
Maybe. I've been thinking of making a special brew. There's barley stores out in Dayspring Mills. It's good stuff. If you could get that barley, that'd be something.
Sure, we're going out there anyway. No, I don't really want to sign up for war. Steer, man. There you go. It'll take way too long for us to get the buff, so I'm not gonna be bothered with it. You saw that boar kind of respawn, kind of the blue glow. So maybe that person has his PvP on. The guy. So yeah, even though we don't have the quests pinned on our HUD, all the stuff still shows up. Not really sure how progression actually works in this game. Hang on, maybe try some other weapon for a change. Let's try this one out. Let's take off our, because we don't need that right now. And it's just clipping through. Because yeah, sometimes people walking around are kind of have a relevant level to the environment, but a lot of times they're max level. Nope, wrong interact button. Yeah, I've been playing, kind of switching up between games that use F as the interact button, and this one uses the good old E. Come on. Nope. Yeah, that's something I noticed in this game. They're quite liberal with playing games like maybe Dark Souls or Neo even. I'm kind of used to combat being deliberate in the way that once you initiate an attack, you'll have to go through the entire animation before you can do something else. But in this game, they're actually quite liberal about giving you the opportunity to get out of it. So you might be swinging, but if you want to block, you can still kind of change your mind with it. Well, maybe not mid-swing, but well, we have some gunpowder. Yeah, again, a lot of these houses are kind of I've already seen this house. I've seen all over the map so far. It's kind of a shame, no unique models in other areas. Well, maybe there are. I've still only really been in this area. Maybe architecture is very different in other places. There we go. Come on, then. There's absolutely no first person in this game, which is kind of I'm not really used to MMOs not having the option to either go into first person mode or play in first person mode, but this one, yeah, it doesn't have it. I was kind of searching for it online, and somebody said you should probably have this just so you can because of the housing, so you can actually look at your stuff from close by. Got some new armor and weapons, but I doubt they'll be better than what I have since this area's kind of lower level. So yeah, I'm kind of wondering how low level areas remain relevant to higher level players. Maybe it's just the resources? I'm not sure. So yeah, that was one of those attacks as well that kind of... You can just stop that that whirlwind attack anytime you want, really, by just blocking. Which is something I'm not really used to. I think we're done. Yeah. Oh. Page 6 of 14. The environments look good. I'll give the game that. That was kind of something that Super Bits and Bob noticed. Well, a wrong button again. Pressing F instead of E. I could probably swap them around if I needed to. But yeah, the areas look nice. They kind of yeah, I think you mentioned something about the environments. The exploration is nice, and the crafting is good. Only the combat is maybe a bit lacking in ways, but that's because it's kind of based on PvP combat rather than PvE combat. So yeah, you're kind of limited. You only have at max 3 skills for you can have 2 weapons and 3 skills, so 6 skills in total, and that is kind of it. But yeah, I kind of noticed with a lot of games I play, and a lot of RPGs and MMOs especially, I'm one of those people that is likely to start over. Maybe to try another class, or maybe I just didn't really, maybe even very superficial stuff, not liking how I made my character. Which is also a thing, when you make your character, that's it. They do warn you about it. I didn't read it the first time, but the first time I only read, well, you can't change your name later on. And I thought, well, yeah, that's kind of, that's something I'm used to. But this actually mentions also that you cannot change your name and appearance later on. So yeah, you're stuck with your appearance. So yeah, later on I thought maybe I should make another character, maybe try some other hairstyle, maybe some other hair colors. But this game is, even though I'd only played like somewhere between 5 and 10 hours. I'm past 10 hours now, but even still, that time felt so grindy to me because there's so much walking and gathering in this game that I just really didn't feel like starting over again. Which, yeah, in other RPGs and games like this, I really don't have an issue with. I might sometimes it's like I might start 3 new characters before I'm content with the one before I have one I really want to go with. Gunter, I found your what was it you were looking for? You were looking for you weren't looking for the powder kegs. Yeah, the barley. Right.
Really waded through the river at Dayspring Mills just for my barley? That's wrong. You gotta be some kind of tough. Thanks.
There you go.
Still can't get over the favor you've done me. You're like a real friend. It's been a long time. I can't even count the years.
It was my pleasure.
So, I hope it don't seem like I'm imposing if I ask one more teensy-weensy favor. See, the thing is, my brewing recipe, well, it's just not well suited to this amazing garden.
How can I help?
There was this Chef Giroux in Hilltop. Had the most amazing recipe. Hilltop's gone to the corrupted now, but if I could get that food recipe and some Hilltop hops, that would be like the best thing ever.
Alright. I'll have a look. And let's bring Riches his powder kegs.
There's my co-conspirator. Yep, this'll do the trick just fine. Good work. Let's just keep this plan between us for now. No need to ruffle any feathers.
Alright. Level up again. So yeah, even though we've reached 50 strength because of gear, rather than just the brute, the flat amount of skill points, we still get the points. So let's go with Constitution, well, or maybe Dexterity, but then that's far off until 50. Let's get this up to 50 then. Let's do more standing, I think. I guess we're not high level enough to get the follow-up.
Hitched your wagon to a faction, have you? Found your tribe? Suppose that means the settlement is safe now.
Yeah, you have 3 factions. I went. You can switch if you want. Although no, maybe once in a while, maybe once a week or once a month, something like that. But yeah, there I went with the Marauders because they seem kind of your standard mercenary types. You also have kind of your more magic-y faction, and you have kind of something which look to be more kind of your zealots, kind of a religious order.
Riches,
Regardless of who's in charge here, my loyalty will always be to the people of First Light. Defending this settlement is no simple matter, however.
Is there anything you need help with?
Yes, the critical thing is that we work together to ensure our health and our safety. Oaks is focused on procuring supplies for a siege, but that's only useful if the walls hold.
Are the walls not strong enough?
The timber is sound, but the iron bindings are many decades old and rusted. If you could mine some magnetite from Letham's pick, I can reinforce the walls.
Alright. Well, they're all neatly together. Oh, there's even another quest. Somewhere back there. Alright. Yeah. I think that's enough for now. Kind of a look at New World. And a bit of a impression. Yeah, stuff like that. The game can look very nice. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe it's. I wouldn't say it's a bad game. Anyway, well, I wouldn't say that anyway, but maybe it's just not for me. Or maybe it's one of those games that I kind of go back to once in a while and end up playing quite a bit of. I think I did that with, although I haven't played it in a long while, but I did that with Guild Wars 2. I somehow and again, this may not be such a big achievement anyway, but I think I mentioned this before, but I do have a max level character on Guild Wars 2, even though I don't remember being overly fond of that game, but it was kind of easy to pick up once in a while, like, yeah. So you end up playing it quite a bit, even though you're not really all that impressed with it or in love with it or anything. Maybe the same goes for New World. Or maybe I'll yeah. I don't know. Well, anyway, I'll leave it here for now. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day. See you.